Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today it is the 2nd of April. I'm 11 days out from Paris Marathon, which is my second marathon I've ever done in my entire life. First one I did was Brighton last year. I did it in 3:52, and everything I've been doing over these last 4-5 months has been geared around getting a PB in Paris. Well, I want to try and run 3 hours 30 minutes. Quite a lofty goal. I don't come from a running background as such. I have no vast experience in long distance running, but I want to try and push myself, and I thought I'd document the process of trying to get faster, stronger, fitter, healthier, while balancing everything else in life. So that is why I'm going to bring you with me over the next couple of days as I balance working my 9 to 5 and tapering, as I'm now in the taper season for Paris Marathon. Everything that I'm doing now is gearing myself to be as fresh as possible on the start line. But that doesn't mean completely not running. It means trying to stay fresh, sharp, quick, stay in the zone, so I can get a PB in Paris. This last week or so I've been gradually winding down training, doing less intense and taxing sessions, try saying that quickly, but still been getting out and running some decent times. Actually, on Saturday I got my PB at my local park run. I managed to get 19:45, which is the quickest park run I've done ever and the fastest I've ran for a very long time. So the legs are starting to feel fresh, which is good, which gears me up to suggest that on Paris I'm going to be able to throw down a decent time. Back to all the long horrible runs, done all the horrible marathon tempo sessions. It's now just getting everything sorted and in working order for Paris in 11 days time, which is mental to say. I'm going to bring you with me as a balance, working a 9 to 5, going to the gym, still running, being active, eating healthy, and all that good stuff, because the chances are, if you're watching this video, you are in the same situation. And if you want to run a marathon, then maybe take some comfort in knowing that this is how you don't do it, or how you do it, dependent on how a race day goes. We can look back and assess how well this video goes. Down to the gym at lunch and then run again this evening, so 2 sessions in one day, and I'm going to show you how I feel for this and I recover properly, all because we've got a marathon coming up. So it's coming up to 9 o'clock, need to log on for work, and I'll see you at breakfast time. It's time for meal number 1. Here it is, cheese and ham omelette with some sourdough toast and honey. That's size coming from the dogs. Bit of a Tory style breakfast, but does the job. Tend to have one meal a day that's higher in fats, and that's first thing in the morning for me, and some healthy carbs, because I'm going to the gym at lunch and need some energy, so I'm going to get that from the honey and the bread. But yeah, all pretty whole foods, sensible stuff, nothing groundbreaking, pretty cost effective to make. I guess the only processed thing here is some ham, but again, it's not really that bad. I'm going to get this down me, crack on work for the afternoon, and then we're off to the gym. See you there. Hello, back onto phone cam. I've just chucked my long sleeve shirt on from the gym, because when you work from home and on Teams, there's no smell-o-vision or ability to smell what the other person smells like on the call, thankfully. Anyway, lunch is just some chicken, rice, and broccoli. Pretty simple, basic gym bro meal, because I've just been to the gym. All jokes aside, eating a meal like this, I'm going to feel so much better in my session later on than I am if I was to have fast food, meal deal sort of vibe. Meal deals down, eat something like this, you're going to feel so much better later on in your day. So I'm going to get this down me, crack on with work again for the afternoon, working from home, and then out for a run later. And hopefully this weather stays, because it is very nice, but slightly hot. Hello, I know this is quite a change from the last scene, but apologies for lack of content on last night's run, but I'm hoping this makes up for it. Down at the track today, as you can see, start my warm-up, 2k warm-up, and then the session is 3k at maybe slightly quicker than half marathon pace. 2k at 10k, 1k at 5k. Sorry for the wind. But yeah, it's my last ever session on the track before the marathon in 10 days. So it's emotional. Sun's shining. It's windy as hell. This is the first time that I've done a warm up in a t-shirt and shorts. I've not had to do it in a joggers and coat. I've been freezing, so not too bad. But yeah, as you can see, nice day. Finish this warm up and then get into it. I'll put my splits up on my times as usual. I'll show you what I get. I had the same breakfast as I did yesterday. Eggs and toast, keeping it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, carrying this warm up. See you soon. Switching over to the GoPro cam of my head, but changing into the Vaporflies. These are my marathon day shoes, Vaporfly 3s. Wore them for my recent half marathon, managed to get a PB in them, and I've worn them on some pretty long runs. And these are some good shoes. I don't know if the camera's picking up the wind, but I'll find out when I'm editing this back. But still, lovely day. Let's get into it. 3k, 2k, 1k. Try and hit the splits. I'll check in after every rep and insert some B-roll of me running around the track on this lovely day. What's the hair saying? Not much because we're in a hat, doesn't matter. But one rep down on 3k. My splits, hang on, I'll tell you. Wait there. Cranking up a bit towards the end. Probably was going a bit too quick on the last, but might be cooked now. 2 minutes rest in between. And then, that was nice. 2 minutes rest in between. And then we go again. We'll keep it in YG, why not? That was hard. 2k, I actually managed to go under 4 minute per k average. I think I put on my splits. Happy with that, but working hard into the wind, and yeah, could have been worse, could have been better, but 6 weeks ago I don't think I could have done that. So I'll take it. 1k left. Tough. Horrible. Alright, session wrapped up. I'll chuck all my splits up. That last K was tough, working hard in the wind at the end, but conditions held up pretty good. I've got to head home, crack on with work for the afternoon, and then I shall do a post rundown when I've got 10 minutes free, and explain to you about the rest of my plan. 10 days out. It's getting scary, it's getting real. 10 days time I'll be still on the start line, ready to run Paris Marathon. It's Friday the 4th of April, it's the day after my track session, and I'm just going to round the video off here. No more running. Normally I would run 10k to 12k, 6 to 7 miles on a Friday, but as I'm in taper season, my mileage is decreasing. I'll throw up my Strava graph of my taper and how my kilometerage mileage has been dropping ever so slightly, and then obviously going to pick it back up next Sunday, which is when I'm doing the marathon. 9 days out, which is scary. If anyone's doing Paris Marathon, I'll see you there. And I know a couple of people commented on my last few videos saying they're doing Valencia, which is great. I'm in for Valencia at the end of December, but obviously Paris is at the forefront of my mind right now because that's next Sunday, which is scary. But if anyone's doing it, see you there. And anyone that's wished me well, commented on the videos, liked, subscribed, all that stuff, thank you very much. It means a lot. The support's great. I'm doing this marathon for charity. I'm running for Cure Leukemia UK, and I'll leave a link to my Just Giving page in the description if you're in a position where you're able to donate or give any money, no matter the value, even if it's 10p, 50p, whatever. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. I'm trying to raise as much money as I can. If you're not in a position to donate, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Scary times. This time next week, I'll be on the Eurostar in the way to Paris, and I'll actually be at the expo picking up my number when this will feel all a bit more real. So yeah, if anyone's doing Paris, see you there. Hopefully could all get decent times. Hopefully the weather's nice and conditions are good. I've had a look through the map and the route, it looks amazing, so I'm really excited to do it now. But every time I think about being on the start line or getting going, I do feel a little bit nervous. But yeah, it's all part of the marathon fun, and sort of why I signed up to do this stuff is to challenge myself and find out what I can really do. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Read all the comments, reply to all the comments if anyone does comment. And yeah, always use this analogy, but thank you a lot for subscribing. I always try and envision this amount of people in my house, and it scares me every time. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and that stuff. Paris Marathon, 2 weeks to go. I'm going to stay active, stay healthy, and I hope you do too. See you next time.